The broad principle behind the Crop Wild Relative project is food security. It's about connecting that wild genetic diversity with the food in our shops. Over thousands of years of domestication, we have eroded the natural genetic diversity found in our food crops. This project recognises that we need an injection of genetic diversity that's held in wild relatives of crops, which may hold those traits that are going to be vital to us in the future. And crop wild relatives are actually also threatened in the wild, so there is a real risk that if we don't do this now, we will lose that genetic material forever.
Q's role and the MSBP's role is to help facilitate this global initiative in collecting crop wild relatives.
We're working with staff from agricultural Genebanks. We work with them to develop the target list, and it's about supporting their national effort.
By providing training, by supplying the collection guides, and also being on-hand support, help keep partners stay in contact with one another.
We are hoping to send the participants home with a really good understanding of how to make high quality, genetically diverse and representative seed collections from wild populations.
The lab work, the field work and the lectures are all designed to give a complete overview, but also to try and be very practical and try and tackle some of the problems that collectors might face.
We aim to collect approximately 10,000 seeds from more than 50 individuals. And then the other key thing that's really important is we don't want to be damaging the populations in the wild. We aim not to take any more than 20% of the available seed on that day.
I think the most important things to take away from a course like this are how to ensure that the seed quality is going to be as high as possible, collecting the seeds at the right time, so around the natural dispersal. Another key point is making sure that you're planning your expeditions really carefully. Have you got the team in place that's going to be able to assess your population, to be able to identify exactly what species you're collecting? We've been looking a lot at how to do a cut test and how to evaluate whether a seed is empty or infested or mouldy or fresh, and then what that means in terms of how many of those seeds you need to collect to ensure your seed collection is going to be of use.
It's not just about the seeds themselves, it's about the herbarium specimen so that we can be sure that those seeds come from the species we think they come from and the data. So we're also offering training in data collection in the field and data management at the seed bank. Without those two accompanying things, the usefulness of those seeds is diminished.
Something that we've learnt through giving these courses is there is no, this is exactly how you must do it and this is the one right answer.
It's about building the capacity to make informed decisions that maximise the quality of your collection.
There's very similar questions that come up, but then there's a whole variety of advice and answers that we get from the participants themselves because they're the local experts. So they know the realities of going out into the field and collecting.
I was not expecting that this training course will be so nice. They covered each and everything that we'll be facing in the future during collection, during conservation, during processing in all aspects. That will be helpful for me to prepare a team in Pakistan and will be able to train them in the same lines.
I think it's the first time there's been such a comprehensive, dedicated, scientifically robust project working on this issue. So the first 3 years of the project were spent on the global gap analysis. Now that we're in the collecting phase working with partners, it's based on science. We know that the wild genetic diversity that we're capturing isn't represented anywhere else around the globe in good quality seed collections, in ex situ conservation collections. So it's really groundbreaking and it offers us the chance to make a huge difference to global food security.